Bungie, what have you done? This is by far one of the best weapons in the game. Already. PvE and the Crucible. You're going to be seeing it everywhere. I really hope that you got some rolls over the weekend. This video is coming out on Monday, so there's still time. And usually there's a clear difference between an adept versus a non-adept. And while no doubt the adept is better, it is plus 19 total stat points. The gap isn't as large on this one when you compare adept and non-adept. I'll get into it. If you don't get on Twitter too much, the D2 team said that Teraba and Ikelos are getting separate PvP focused changes soon. The literal definition of immortal is living forever, never dying or decaying. One would think this is going to be hit too, at some point. If those two PvP monsters are getting hit, this one has to at some point. At least I would think. But no matter what, Immortal will stand the test of time. I'm going to show you why. There's a ton to talk about here, but before we do, let's welcome back a longtime sponsor of the channel, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark encrypts your data, it keeps it safe. It's an extra layer of security for your photos, your videos, all your personal stuff so no one can see it. It hides your true IP address, which is vital to protect your identity. You're allowed unlimited simultaneous devices. Most companies limit you, but not Surfshark. You can have it on your phone, your desktop, as many devices as you want. And how does it work? As an app or browser extension, allowing you to place your phone or laptop anywhere in the world, meaning that any kind of content that isn't available in your country, you can switch servers, and it's going to open right up for you. Maybe from Twitter, YouTube, various other media sites. Not only that, but things like HBO Max, Netflix. Like there's over a dozen Netflix libraries out there to go out and explore. By changing your location, you can see what's playing around the world. And when it comes to gaming, you can game in full privacy and security. That includes things like hiding your IP in Discord, other chats, protecting yourself versus DDoS. And some internet companies actually throttle you, your speeds, and give you lower speeds. By changing your location, you can actually get faster speeds than what they're capping you at. Protection is key, so use my code CoolGuy to get 83% off plus 3 extra months free. There's a link down below right at the top of the description. And if for whatever reason you're unhappy, they do back a 30-day money back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out for yourself. I really hope you guys get behind Surfshark as they've gotten behind me. It's a really good deal that they have for us. I farmed a ton of these. Are there clear winners as far as perks? Yeah. Standouts? Yeah. But this thing doesn't need much. And I'm sure a lot of you out there, maybe you didn't go flawless, but you were grinding regular rolls. A lot of those are going to be just as good. If you land a 5 out of 5, or in some cases a 4 out of 5, non-adept, it can more than compete. This is a strand aggressive frame, 750 RPM. It starts with the stats. Absolute monster, 50 base range. Yes, that's halfway to 100, 7 more than the next best, Unforgiven. 25 stability, matching Ikelos. We have some aggressives like Cold Front at 7 stability, Blood Feud at 11. It has more than double than most 750s. The handling's 58, only beat by Ikelos, which is 62, but it beats all the other legendaries. The reload's 30, beats Ikelos by 6, others by 8 to 9. 39 aim assist, the best in class. 25 AE, the best in class. Most are at like 11. So yeah, it's on top of the class. And I want to state one more time, I think that no matter what happens to SMGs as a whole, it's still going to be top shelf, even if they touch it individually, which they've done before to certain SMGs. Like look at Shayura, like this 100 range one. Multiple nerfs, it's still a top SMG. Same with Multimach. The range, stability, zoom, damage, whatever, it is so high in stats, it's going to be hard to be taken down. Like it's still going to be viable. But until then, there's a lot of fun things to use. Adepts do get 19 overall total stat points. It's going to be plus 3 to whatever your masterwork isn't. So if your masterwork is range, that's going to be plus 10. The others are going to get plus 3. Range isn't going to get plus 3 as well. Looking at some of my rolls, rangefinder kill clip, encore killing wind, dynamic sway, tap the trigger, keep away target lock, encore target lock, rangefinder killing wind, dynamic. Like there's so many good ones. And with how the stats fall, this thing is just absolutely crazy. And it is warranted to keep multiple immortals, because this thing came in scorching hot. Some of its archetype mates are getting nerfed. Don't be surprised if this thing gets hit some way somehow, or maybe the entire class. But if it does, it's going to be worth having different kinds of rolls. Maybe more range, maybe more stability, maybe a different damage perk. So if you keep 3, 4, 5 of these things, I wouldn't blame you. It's probably smart too, if you love SMGs. Until then, there's a lot to play around with. Let's first start off with target lock, like the community darling from what I've seen. And that's what you've been seeing so far in the gameplay. And it's actually really important that I talk about target lock first, because I'm going to bring it up later in the review. Target lock ramps up damage as long as you're landing hits. And on an aggressive SMG, like it ramps up comically fast. It does the same with the Lodbrok, the high impact AR. These are a 9 bullet kill, so 9 crits, 22 apiece, 198 damage. Target lock procs on the 5th bullet, so it goes 22, 22, 22, 22, then 26. And on the tail end, maybe they're in a rift, it will go to target lock times 2, which is going to hit for 27. Target lock on an aggressive SMG, as great as this one is, it does a number of things. There's a lot to like. Like number 1, 3 resilience or less, you can 8 bullet kill for 192. Number 2, a 9 bullet kill will now down any resilience. It's 218, so where at base it's 198, you can get tier 9 and 10. Number 3, it helps gain some distance back. The higher damage fights fall off. It can duel a little bit further, even if you land a couple body shots, because the crits start melting at 26 and 27. Number 4, restoration, overshields, rifts. You have to think here. 4 bullets of target lock is an extra 16 damage, just for literally landing shots. That 16 damage goes a long way. Then we have surges in the Crucible, and in some of this gameplay, I'm running triple strand surge. Number 5, in light level activities, like trials. If you're doing 23 to someone, where this thing does 22 at base, target lock's gonna be at 27. So an 8 bullet kill will be 200 damage with regular target lock. 23 4 times, 27 4 times. And bullet shift TTKs come up a lot on this thing. The base TTK, that 0.64, is 9 crits. With its stability, aim assist, overall stat package, it can be done pretty comfortably. An 8 bullet kill is a 0.56. Melting. There's also a 7 bullet kill, a 0.48. And yes, you can hit that, and it's a snap of a finger, they can't do anything. Target lock brings a lot of factors. Ease of use. If you're higher light, it's going to help you even more. If you're lower light, it's going to help you get back on track. At a distance, it's going to help you. Like, total package. It's a top pick, top 3 favorites. Then we start getting into the third column, rangefinder. It's important on it, on any SMG. It brings the zoom from 14 or 1.4 to 1.53. It adds about 2.5 meters of fall off. And this thing can get high range. Max range even. Adding zoom extends that fall off. It's a big deal. And as I go through this, there's not really any bad perks for it. There's out of place perks, which I'll talk about. Like, we'll start off with one of them. Keep away. Like, great perk, but not ideal. While this thing duels pretty well, up to about 24, 25 meters, on the high end, you have to be 15 meters and out. As an SMG, you're going to be rushing or they're going to be rushing you. And on this SMG, it's right there. Threat detector is going to be a better play. It's going to proc more. It's giving you a handling scaler, 15 to the stability, 15 to the reload. It's awesome. Then we have Encore. It's also great for it. Remember, rangefinder is giving you about 2.5 meters. Even at 100 range, it will give you that 2.5 meters because it's a modifier. But Encore, like, check this out. Imagine if this wasn't Adept. I do have on Adept range. It has 75 range. But say I had a range masterwork instead, they would wash out. But 75 range on a kill with Encore, a headshot is 2 stacks, a body shot is 1 stack. Maxes at ×4. It also gives accuracy help. You get 5 range per stack, 8 stability per stack. So with this one, Encore can give a max of +20 range, +32 stability at ×4. But with this one, a body shot final blow will shift the 75 to 80 for the range because of Encore. Killing Wind has procced, that's +20 range, and right there, we're at 100. And we have a strafe scaler. So, like, there's no way, in no world, can you say that this is bad or not a chase roll? And there's a lot of rolls floating out there, things that you can get. A lot of you might only get 1 or 2 rolls. Like, this thing will slap. The stat package is so good. Things like this happen, and it's going to be a monster. It is. And not to mention, at ×4 Encore, it's going to hit the 100 range cap, but you're also getting over 50 stability. We have dynamic sway, perpetual motion, stability perks, accuracy perks. It has the best-in-class stability, so why not add 20 more? Get it to 45 with perpetual motion. Dynamic sway giving accuracy with its heavy stats. Surplus doubling the stability to 50 if you have all your charges. Like, none of these are bad. Keep away, not ideal. We talked about that. Rangefinder probably is the top one to go for, but again, 2.5 meters. If you're dueling well with threat detector, surplus, Encore, it's gonna be fine. The fourth column, the same column as target lock. There's a lot of preference here. Like, look, some of you might not like this, but really stop and think for a second. We have this SMG right here, the one that's getting ready to get hit. This roll mostly, I have on the Seraph rounds, maybe you have Accurize. If you have Accurize, it'll bring the range to 79, but the stability goes down to 15 because we have full bore on it. But this is a problem child so much, it's getting adjusted. So in no world would you say that something like this isn't a chase, because it is. This is a top roll for it. Yes, it's not target lock, I know. Rangefinder killing wind, the same exact thing on the problem child gun. But with this one, we have 80 range, so we're getting to 100 with killing wind. And we're getting the rangefinder modifier past 100, that extra 2.5 meters. And I can use my Adept mod on stability to bring it to 38. I could use range to bring it to 90, but I'm gaining that after a kill with killing wind. Like, this is a min-max. This is actually one of my favorite rolls. Nothing to do with target lock. And before it's such a problem child, Ikelos is getting nerfed because it kills so fast and so efficiently. This thing has better stats, can cap on range. Same base stability, but this thing can get adept. It's literally better. So yes, this is a great one. And then we have Kill Clip. Mine is 78 range with Kill Clip. The thing about Kill Clip, opposed to Target Lock, is that this can get the 7 bullet kill. 28 per crit, 196.48. If they're higher resilience, it takes another bullet, 0.56. This is one of my favorite rolls. It's up there with Target Lock. And as I close, there's something you need to remember. Something like this won't care about nerfs. If Target Lock gets hit, this is one of your better options. If range gets hit, this is one of your better options because the kill clip damage. Moving on, we have Tap the Trigger. Like, there's so many good ones. If you don't get kill clip, if you don't get target lock, if you're able to beam someone, like let's say perpetual motion, tap the trigger, dynamic tap, rangefinder tap, 40 stability for pretty much the duration of the TTK. There's nothing bad about that with accuracy help. And dynamic sway and tap is double accuracy perks working together. Then we have Hatchling. Instant PvE monster, like it's better than the other SMG that we have for Strand. My kill clip roll doubles as my Hatchling roll, so there's literally no bad roll. There are 3 total perks that are just out of place. Keep Away in the 3rd, and then Demo, Focus Fury in the 4th. And again, these aren't bad perks, they're just not ideal. If you get Keep Away Demolitionist as your only roll, you can at least know that you have the best aggressive SMG stat package in class to go along with that. So get one of these when it comes back around, if you didn't get a good one the first time. And I started off the video saying that something like this will stand the test of time because we've seen it, guys. We've seen it with Shire's Wrath. We've seen it with other SMGs. When something stat package is so high, like they would have to actually adjust the stats, which I don't think I've ever seen them do. They might mess with the zoom. They could mess with the damage. I don't know, but it has everything to make up for that. Its stat package, again, best in class. If they do something to target lock, there's kill clip, and so on. Multi-mock Shira, they're still used, they're still awesome. This is gonna be no different. And when it rolls the barrel and mag, you're gonna slot best available. And again, if you wanna go with full bore, the stability is gonna be fine. You can go whichever way you want. If you wanna go max stability, I'm talking like poly, ricochet, stability, masterwork, perpetual motion, 75 stability. Why not? And why not use that over something like target lock? It will beam. If you're accurate, all the other stats, best in class range. With ricochet, that'll go to 55 range, 75 stability. Why not? Don't shy away from anything like that. And it might come to a point with your rolls, like I have 20 rolls that I've kept so far at the making of this video. And I plan to keep probably 5 or 6 total because we don't know what's gonna happen with the weapon. And you might come to a point to where, like let's say, and here's a perfect example, this is a non-adept Immortal. And this is one of the best perk combinations to go for. Rangefinder, target lock. We have armor-piercing rounds, extended barrel or small bore. We have a handling masterwork, it's non-adept. We put on Icarus, make it 40 AE, whatever. So here's the deal. Say that this was adept and you got it to 75 range or you got it to 35 stability, whatever it is. However the cards fell, you might use something like this and do really well with it, but you might get rangefinder tap the trigger with more stability perks and you might slay out with that one more. Do not shy away from any drop. If the perks work with the barrels and mag, you're putting something together, like again, perpetual motion, high stability, or encore killing wind, high range. If you're putting something together and it looks right, try it out. You might love it. This thing is spoiled, absolutely spoiled. Target lock's very good. Kill clip's very good. So many things are incredible on it. So try as many rolls as you can because you might end up liking one more than kill clip or more than target lock. Do that for yourself. This thing's a game changer. Immortal, for now. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about the Immortal down below. What are your thoughts on it? I'm pretty sure you've seen it everywhere. The gun feels great. Give me your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.